Hey, yo, what is up, my YouTubers? It's your boy, TheSuperRorio Eblen, back once again, that's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, along here with me is Pikachu. That is right, Detective Pikachu right here. And now starts another episode, my fans, of MOUSE P.I. for Hire. That is right, my fans. We're back with more of this game, back more with it once again. That is right, my fans. Oh, yeah. And, okay, my fans, if you all haven't seen last episode, I recommend you do so because here we are now, as we now continue to explore and venture off into this side of now this place, or should I say area. Let us now see where we end up now, as we play more of this incredible game. Oh yeah! Alright, let's get to it. As you can see, me and Detective Pikachu were healing up on that day, and as it turned out, our shotgun ammo shells were down. And then we ran out of shotgun shell ammo, but luckily we found enough healing medicine. As then Detective Sherlock Jack Willa and Detective Pikachu continued on the search for the missing magician. Then they found of a big bad now with a sniper. And it turned it out the sniper was not gonna be easy. But luckily they used their boosting run and can make sure that they would always be okay. And so far it worked actually. It worked perfectly well, and nothing would go wrong or bad. However, but there were some times we would then accidentally have little accidents. Like some times we would accidentally burn ourselves. Or on some rare occasions, it would be something different. However, that wouldn't stop us though, as of how we kept going. And the reason why we kept going was because our chances and our dignity got the better of us. Just like how Ash Ketchum never gave up on his dream of becoming a Pokemon Master. But anyways, there we were, as we went up the stair steps. We don't know what we had found, but we found no luck here so far, as it said on the side. But that, and as we kicked it a bunch of other bosses down, even though they looked like defenses, we used it at the lever. But then we had a big humongous load of old bad guys to fight, which this was the start of it. So then was the time, maybe to prepare for battle. Unfortunately, there were no bad guys yet. There were no bad guys yet ready for battle, which I found odd and amusing. So we continued forward on, just to see what else we find. However, there was a shot that appeared out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from, but wherever it came from, I'm not sure how it came to me. However, the most unfortunate thing was that then these dang poops would always find us, and so would that sniper too. That sniper would always have no luck of leaving me alone. So we then decided to blow its brains out with the pistol. And so far we did it, However, these nincompoops would always get the better hand of us, which just before we thought we were done for, we did it. We fought back with all our might, and we won the battle. Luckily, just in time, just before those goons were about to take us out. Luckily, we still held our ground, though. However, for Jack Willer, he was very weakened, but for Detective Pikachu, he knew he had to be for it. He had to be with his bro somehow. So Detective Pikachu laid him to the health liquid, and to Jack Willer's surprise, it worked. Which now he felt half better, and now almost better, and he drew anchor a lot of the health healing potion, and now a little better, which was close to him, and that was now closer to where he was standing. And what he was seeing here were the goons were parked outside. They knew they were ready for the attack. However, Jack and Detective Pikachu knew that they were ready before them. And so as they got into... But now, as they got into the stage room of the stage, let's say, of the stage voice acting room somewhere in some way, then they looked around to see what else they'd find. And so as they went down the stairs and kept on exploring, next what they found? Well, there was the cannon. In plain sight, however, getting there wasn't gonna be easy, so we had to take the long way. As that little mean old mouse would always be a problem. But luckily, I would always kick out the goons in the way, like right in the face, and keep on taking it all now out with a knockout. And sometimes in cartoons, they would always do that for silly comedy, just for the kids to laugh, you know. And sometimes in popular reality countries, sometimes, let's say, let's say, like if brothers of dads or sister of dads, or mothers or brothers of sisters, or brothers of mothers wanted to entertain a baby and make it laugh, or entertain little kids, but just by the ad, and don't make them feel left out. Let them have a nice, grand, good laugh. Anyways, there Detective Jack Will, Jack Sherlock Detective Sherlock Jack Whittler and Detective Pikachu were now in a very empty pool room, which it looked like it was abandoned and no one was in there, except for two, which turned it out to be two bad goons that were now prepared for a battle fight, which unfortunately it looked like they were getting the upper hand again, but this time they were not even close. As then now, they began to continue running and moving on. But as Jack Whittler then drank the healing potion and to feel better, he felt much better. After that, he did need to reload. However, the battle was beginning, because now the pool was flooded with nothing but bad, horrible, and terrible, you named it. Oh yeah. Yeah, poison acid. Gross. Never step a foot in there. However, for only some rare occasions. It's like how Charlie Brown is always unlucky. However, his friends may always think of him as a blockhead, which he is. But they are nice and sometimes kind to him. At any rate, there the goons were. Far away this time, and very almost not so easy to kill. However, for these guys, however, it was a little different and easy actually, since the trap wasn't that bad. However, some of them really didn't have the upper hand though, because now all that was left was one thing and one thing only: to get moving. But the question was to where could I find out? So I decided to look around and see. As I kept looking around and kept seeing, I found the jump bounty pad. And this reminded me of so much fun when I was a kid. Back when I was a kid, I loved to pump it up. This was before I was into Pokemon. Pikachu, baby? That's right, Detective Pikachu. In fact, when we all loved jumping the bounce, this would pump it up would always would be the hang out, relax, and spend time with friends, for birthday parties. Anyways, there we were, as we were ready for the battle. Then we took a little detour. As it turned out, something was off, and yep, it was a detour, unfortunately. An unfortunate turn of events and that came to mind. When that happened, then only monsters of the past remain. However, he still erased them and made them all go away. Because what happened next was then something very interesting. Where we went going to now, we looked around, and unfortunately, my pistol was out of ammo. But as I couldn't reload on the pistol, I had to figure out a new way of how to get going and how to get on moving out of there. Which so far, no pistol ammo is in my gun. However, I still had the shotgun, which I still had some of the ammo in it though. To keep running, moving, even firing on whatever I could find. And then, as soon as I found one of an old fortune teller mouse that looked almost like a Jedi Master, I looked at an old poster, but I was careful to watch my step. It says up, and crap. So I spoke with the guy, and he spoke with me.
Traveler. What brings you to this ancient place of learning?
And then Jack responded to him.
It's a basement, under a brand new opera house.
Semantics ain't gonna get you across that death trap, Chief.
It's a shallow pit, full of garbage and...
Look, pal, you wanna learn? Or do you wanna stand there flapping your gums? I got deep stuntman thoughts to ponder.
Yeah, all right. Enlighten me, Maestro.
Now, listen closely. This here's an ancient technique passed down by a legendary stunt guru back in New Rotterdam. Changed my life. Cost me 3 ribs, but changed my life. Here's the deal. When you jump, just act like you didn't. Clear your mind. No thoughts, no fear, no gravity. Then, when you forget your midair, jump again. Works like a charm.
Gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And to his surprise, well, to my surprise, this Detective Mouse kind of sounds a tiny bit like Number 4 from Sector Named Kid Next Door.
Nah, that's dumb work, Chief. The Great Wheel of Infinite Cheddar. You just gotta believe. Now get out there and defy physics. No need to thank me.
Certainly trust the worst case.
And it turned out he wasn't lying. As it turned out, the shoes really were bouncy. It looked like the shoes were made for good back in Mickey Mouse's cartoons. But anyways, my fans, alright. I think that about does it for this episode today. As me and Detective Pikachu was another episode of this. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure that you do everything that you can to make sure that my channel is complete. And smash the success as always. Remember what to do with my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do all you can to make sure that my channel is complete. As best as always. And until next time, shut up. Game over now. Peek a beep. Yep.